Well, hello. What do we have here? Check that out, guys. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Horsepower Obsessed. As you guys just saw there in the very beginning, we are going to install a custom engine cover on the C8 Corvette. Let's get to it. All right, guys, so as you can see, I'm a little bit excited about an engine cover, and there is a reason for it. The biggest reason is whenever I first saw this car showed off, I really thought the engine needed a little bit more of a dress up. Now, my car actually has the engine appearance package, which adds the carbon fiber you see here, as well as the lights that come on at night whenever you're unlocking the car, and they look really awesome, but it still needs more. And I thought, how can I get more? So I know GM actually has a red engine cover available as well as a silver one, which is great if you have the Edge Red equivalent, which is the Long Beach red car, or a silver car. But in my case, I have the Torch Red car, so it doesn't make any sense to put the Edge Red cover on a car that isn't going to match. Now, luckily for me, Pat over at American Hydrocarbon, which is who makes this engine cover, can literally paint it any color you want. So if you want ceramic matrix gray, you got it. If you want just a black engine cover, you got it. It doesn't matter what you want. He can custom paint anything as well as any variation. So if you want certain things in red or certain things in orange, he could do it for you. Now that's where some customization really comes into play, because from GM, you have this silver or Edge Red, whereas from American Hydrocarbon, you can literally get that, like I said, in any variation of any color you want. Now, obviously for me, I went with the Torch Red engine cover because the car's Torch Red. And the side rails where it says Corvette, I got them painted carbon flash to match the carbon flash accents on the C8 Corvette. So as you can see here, this is the work that Pat does. The whole cover is painted Torch Red, and it's got kind of a matte or satin finish to it, so again, it is going to match my C8 Corvette perfectly. Now, where things really get interesting is, like I said, these side rails are painted carbon flash. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but I'll show you again in the light. It is carbon flash, it's not just black. And then the lettering is painted, again, Torch Red inside of there, and then clear coated over. You can clearly see those have a nice reflective sheen to them, where the body of the actual engine cover does not. So it very closely matches my Torch Red XPEL Stealth C8. Pat over at American Hydrocarbon can do whatever you want. So in my case, I wanted him to go ahead and fill in the C8 Corvette logo, where on the GM stuff, whether it's the stock one, the Edge Red one, or the silver one, that is not painted. It's just going to be a kind of a whatever color you choose blank. It's there, but it's not painted in like that. So again, pretty cool stuff. Like I said, any color you want here, any color you want here, any color you want with the lettering, you can choose to have this painted in or not. If you wanted to paint this in all neon pink, you could do that. That's the benefit of having this done and having this made custom for you at American Hydrocarbon. Now, I actually talked to Pat on the phone about this before we decided to move forward with the cover for my C8 Corvette, and I'll tell you what, the guy is very passionate about what he does. Obviously wants to help out the Corvette community, and I'll tell you what, the C8 Corvette is going to benefit hugely from this. So anyway, enough talking, let's go ahead and get this thing installed. It's not overly difficult to install, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. That way, when you contact Pat, you don't have a problem installing yours, because I'll tell you what, you're going to want this after you see it on the car. I already can't wait to get this thing on there because it is going to look absolutely fantastic. So when we're looking at the actual engine cover of the car, there is actually only 4 bolts holding this thing on. They are 10mm, and you got one here, one there, and then one on the other side corresponding to these ones. At the very edge here, we actually have a clip that's holding a hard plastic line in. We'll pop that out, and then that cover will come right off. As you can see, it's not a horrible looking engine cover, but it is definitely antiseptic whenever you compare it to the amazing custom painted one from American Hydrocarbon. At the end of the day, it's going to dress up the engine bay in a way that nothing else really can do. And it's not going to cost you much more than what you would pay for a red or a silver engine cover anyway. Now, as usual with all this stuff, guys, I will link all the information down in the description below, so if you're interested in one of these for yourself, you can contact Pat and actually have him custom make whatever one you'd like to have on your C8 Corvette. Now, this bolt right here, and on the other side as well, has a metal bracket on it that contains a couple different wire clips. As you can see here, This is an entire wire and harness that you'll have to kind of pull away whenever we go to remove that cover. That exists on the other side as well. The one up towards the front is nothing more than just a bolt. So we'll just take that out. Now for this clip up here in the front, you're going to want to employ something like the trim tool to kind of pop that clip out of the plastic engine cover. So we'll just slide it underneath here and kind of pry it back until we can pop it free. Just like that. Sometimes you got to move around a little bit to get some leverage on these pieces so you don't break anything. This cover is ready to be removed, so we can just kind of grab it and pull it out of place here. As you can see here, nothing overly pretty without that engine cover. So GM was wise to design a pretty little cover for us all to be able to see through the glass. So here we can see the difference, guys. Like I said, this is exactly why this car needs something like this. This looks absolutely perfect and absolutely sporty, Ferrari-esque, however it is you want to describe it, but this looks way better than this. Now, not that this is ugly. Like I said, this is a very good approach to making this mid-engine with the see-through glass actually something special, but this takes it to another level. Like I said, guys, go ahead and hit Pat up over at American Hydrocarbon. I know he'll take care of you because he took care of me. And look at the difference here. I mean, it's going to be fantastic. So let's get on with the installation and see just how much better this ends up looking. As with pretty much everything, reassembly is the opposite of disassembly. So we're just going to go ahead and place the beautiful custom painted cover down into place. And then we're going to finagle the wiring around a little bit and get that thing ready. There is a bracket on this side. It's kind of tight, so you'll want to make sure not to scratch this new cover. And then the bracket on this side as well. And that's it. We are ready to bolt this thing down and go ahead and push the connecting piece there up in the front. It's just a plastic clip. We'll just push it back down through the hole. So you'll just reuse the same 10mm bolts, attach that down, and then we are good to go. The final one is going to be just go ahead and push down the plastic clip there, just like that. That thing is installed. I don't know about you guys, but that looks absolutely freaking awesome. I think that that is the missing piece for this car. So like I said, very easy installation procedure, very high quality paint, high quality everything. I mean, the guy, like I said, very passionate about the entire custom painting jobs, very passionate about Corvettes in general. I mean, you guys, you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't call and talk to him and get one of these for yourself. Obviously, I know the C8s are kind of hard to come by right now. Some of you want to have a C8, but you don't have one. So if you don't have one, I'll forgive you not calling and talking to the guy. But if you do have one, like I said, you're doing yourself an injustice if you don't order one of these. These things look absolutely fantastic. Now, as usual, I'm not telling you what to do, but at the same time, just look at that. I mean, that's absolutely fantastic. Can you imagine that at night with some lights on it? That is going to look unreal. I mean, that already looks so good. I'm so freaking pumped for this. I mean, in reality, this is the reason most people are going to choose a coupe over the convertible, is because you can see this. So if that's the case, why not make it look pretty? I mean, look at that. I was a little bit iffy at first about how that was going to look with the edge red valve covers, but it looks fantastic even with the edge red valve covers. And the best part is that Pat over at American Hydrocarbon is going to be making custom valve covers for you guys too. So if you want to make this engine neon green, the cover and the valve covers, you can do it. That's the best part of customizing your vehicles. It makes it look awesome and it makes it yours. As you guys know, any of the OG subscribers will know, I'm a huge fan of red. I obviously have a red truck. I used to have a red Z06 and I kind of went with black with red accents instead. I absolutely love what red does and how it feels when you drive it. So slapping some more red on the engine cover, it's a no-brainer for me. But like I said, guys, it doesn't have to be red. Any color you want, Pat can make it happen for you. But anyway, guys, as you saw there, it is an easy installation. There's not really much reason to keep this video going because it's easy to install. It looks awesome. What more do you really need to know? Anyway, like I said, guys, I will put Pat's information all down in the description below. If you're interested in one of these for your C8, go ahead and hit him up. You're not going to regret it. One final comparison shot for you guys. Stock cover, custom painted cover. I don't even know how well this is coming through on camera, because in person it looks even better than it looks on the viewfinder here on my camera. I don't know. I just don't know. It's the little things. It really is. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. So if you liked what you saw, give me a big thumbs up. If you have any questions about the American Hydrocarbon custom cover, shoot me an email, horse.power.obsessed@gmail.com, and I'll make sure you get everything you may have answered. As I said, guys, the cover obviously looks absolutely freaking mind-blowing, so do yourself a favor and send him a message and at least see what kind of custom creations you can come up with. But if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, guys, please do. I'm gonna have loads of content like this coming for the C8 Corvette, the C7 Corvette, and pretty much just any Corvette you can possibly imagine, any car really, because I'm a car fan. I'm not just a Corvette fan. You're gonna wanna see this stuff, trust me. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next upload.